Moving over to Uganda now, where trouble seems to be brewing for the United States. Uganda's military chief, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, who is also the son of the long-serving President Yoweri Museveni, now has issued an ultimatum for the US ambassador in the country. He has asked the US envoy, William Pop, to either apologize or face expulsion, spewing up diplomatic tensions between the two countries. Kainerugaba took to social media platform X on Friday and said that the ambassador had disrespected the president and undermined the country's constitution. Now, the Ugandan military chief, who abandoned his plans to run for the 2026 presidential elections in September this year, has praised Russian President Vladimir Putin on social media, said that the issue between him and the US ambassador was not personal, rather a national issue. He, however, did not give out much detail. He also added that he would ensure that no foreign country dominates Uganda ever again. But what triggered this face-off between Uganda's military head and the US ambassador? Now, Kainerugaba's post comes just days after the US State Department designated 4 members of the Uganda police force for their involvement in the gross violations of human rights, including torture, inhuman treatment, and cruelty. In 2023, monitors in Uganda recorded 1,235 cases of torture, with the Uganda People's Defence Forces and police as top perpetrators. Now, Matthew Miller, the spokesperson of the State Department, said by publicly designating these individuals, the US was reaffirming its commitment to advancing human rights for all Ugandans. Now, this is not the first time that the US has landed itself in trouble for placing sanctions on a country, its assets, and individuals. Now, earlier in 2024, the government of Paraguay had also asked the US ambassador to leave the South American nation, and this was after the Biden administration had imposed sanctions on a tobacco company linked to Paraguay's former president Horacio Cartes. While Uganda's Kainerugaba, who by many is seen as a successor to his father's, said that Kampala has no issue with Washington. He added that recent evidence had shown that the US was working against the interests of the Ugandan government. Local media outlets have reported that the US Embassy in Kampala has been engaging with local NGOs and opposition groups, undermining the current government. But can a country, in this case Uganda, expel a representative of another country? The answer is yes, it absolutely can. Article 9 of the Vienna Convention states that a receiving state may at any time, without having to explain its decision, declare a diplomatic staff of sending state persona non grata. Once declared persona non grata, the staff usually has 24 to 48 hours to leave the country. Now let's look at how long Uganda's relation has been with the United States. Now, the US had established diplomatic relations in October of 1962 with Uganda. However, in 1973, it shuttered its embassy in the capital city of Kampala due to internal security problems and threats to operations. During this period, the US interests in Uganda were being represented by Germany. The North American country had re-established its embassy in 1979, though the US has looked to promote economic development of Uganda's abundant natural resources, such as copper, gold, iron, and limestone, and helped to combat HIV/AIDS disease. It has also been trying to sanction individuals involved in corruption or torture and to champion fair human rights for Ugandan citizens. Now, in May, Washington had designated 5 current and former Ugandan officials, including the Speaker of Parliament, Anita, for their involvement in significant corruption or human rights violation. Now, while the military chief had given Ambassador Pop, who took over the position in September of 2023, until today to apologize, the U.S. mission in Uganda said on Monday that neither the embassy nor the ambassador had received any formal requests for an apology from the government. The embassy also added that the envoy has not apologized. Now, With the situation continuing to develop in Uganda, it is yet to be seen whether the government now formally asks the US envoy to apologise or declare him persona non grata, or to ask the military chief to withdraw his accusations on social media.
Firstpost decodes the US election. Explains how America chooses its president. Your primer on the race to the White House. Everything you need to know about how America votes and its global implications. US Election Explained. Every Monday and Thursday only on Firstpost.